Hey guys, g'day, Rod here, and in today's video what I like to do is talk about how I tidy up all my electrical cables here and take advantage of a blackout that I'm facing at the moment. So it's a good time to do some electrical maintenance. The power's already turned off, the pump's already off, so I've got to act fast, got to act quickly, and I have been getting zapped lately, so it's a big problem, and I'm going to fix that right now and tidy up my cables. And I'll show you how I do it so that you can avoid zapping yourself as well. Alright, doing a little bit of electrical maintenance here in the greenhouse. Now, I'm not an electrician. Now, I strongly encourage everyone to get an electrician. That said, as a DIY guy, look, originally I got an electrician to put in that weatherproof connection there. Now I'll just move over here. But look, I've put a bit of tin over the top. Far North Queensland here in the tropics, monsoon, rain season, we get a lot of water. So to protect my power board, which I added on later, which I didn't need at the time, I'm about to put a waterproof cover on it. Because right now, look, it's pretty dodgy. And occasionally, I do get electrocuted occasionally in one of the tanks. It's not a laughing matter, it's very serious. So I'm going to fix it now. So as you can see here, over the years I've doubled up, I've added extra pumps, air stones and things, and I've put a power board there. Now look, at the end of the day, it's pretty common sense. Don't do things like this. However, in the heat of the moment, you know, we all do it. So it's time for me to fix it up. It's time for me to put a new system in place. And what I've done, I'll take you down here to the ground. I've bought a weatherproof electrical box where the cords come out of the bottom here. So if I open it up, it's got a little catch. And as you can see, the power board will sit in there, and then all the cords will be happily sealed away. No water can get in there. It's now the wet season, so it's not raining today, but it's going to rain very soon, and I don't want any more issues in here with the electrics. So this will be great, can't wait. I'll hang it up in the roof, out of the way, and yeah, it should protect everything. So serious folks, and yeah, don't forget to check your electrics. I also have solar, and I always thought the solar was short-circuiting, so I took the solar off, disconnected that, but then I found out it was actually the house power. Okay, I just wanted to show you now the little box up there behind me, and as you can see, it does look a bit nicer. Still wires going everywhere, don't look at those. I'll fix all of that up later. I just wanted to show you that now we have a box, and inside that box, it's got a safety clipper on it, and inside the box are all the same cables that I had previously, and one going to the pond, one going to the air pump, the other going to another aquaponics setup on the other side. So now it's just much tidier, and I can close it, I can lock it up, and you know, it's going to rain, so the wet season, it just clamps together like so. I probably don't need these two little sheets of iron that I've got above my electrical box, but look, at the end of the day, I'm living in the tropics, so I just want to be sure that I don't get water into my cabling, and it's just a simple little measure for me, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'm really pleased now that I can just unclick the little side hinge here, and I know that everything has already been protected inside. So just by opening it up, I can easily manipulate my cords, I can unplug things, I can add things, and during our wet season, wow, I'm not going to get any shorts at all, and it's just going to help everything that I do. So I know now that I can touch things, because previously I was a little bit scared. As I said, I'm not an electrician. I don't want to be an electrician, but look, a simple little box like this will really help you, and it may even save your life as well. It's only a small voltage, of course, and you don't need to be licensed to add a box like this. In fact, they're selling them for Christmas lights, and that's how I got it on special. It's a Christmas light box, and so it's a safety device for everybody putting up Christmas lights. So I thought, hey, that's a great idea for me in the pond. And it really is, and you can see how simple that is. There is a piece of rubber that sits around all the cables and locks it all in. So even if you've got one that hasn't got a cable in it, it's still got a piece of rubber in there, so that way you don't get insects, and it all just closes up nicely and clicks like so. It's fully protected. Of course, this sort of thing is one of the dangers that we face, and you really can't do this. Now, I've deliberately left it there so I can show you. Of course, I don't like doing that. Just make sure if you do have cables hanging down and it might think it's going to rain, then always just do hang it down like this, because the water will drip off it until you can fix the cable properly and put it in its little box. I like to use these cable extension cord coverings. Now, there's many types out there. You can get internal ones and external ones. Just make sure that if you do use it in your aquaponics, that you make sure that it is made for external usage, so that water doesn't get in there and cause any electrical faults. But they work really well, and they protect the cords from water getting in, and that's what you want. I find that the internal ones do leak pretty quickly, so save yourself the heartache for later and just purchase the one that's a little bit more expensive, made for external use, so it doesn't leak. So everything fits neatly in the box now, and all I have to do is undo that hinge. It's so good. You can see a few little drips underneath, and that's what it's meant to do, even on the cables there. But look, inside I've replaced the power board. It's a new board, and I can plug in whichever cables I need at the time. Look, I'll just point out too that living in the tropics, you get this black mold. It's horrible stuff. There's nothing you can do about it. If I'd used brand new cables in the box, I wouldn't have got it in the box itself, but I've used the old cables still, and I just put them in there, and I didn't clean that mold off it. But look, that's just part of living in the tropics. Replace your cables if you're worried about it, but I'm really not that worried about it. And all I have to do now is to hang up some of the cables a little bit more neatly. I've started the process, as you can see, with cable ties. I'll just cable tie the rest of it all the way around the greenhouse, tidy it all up, and it'll be much nicer.